The Pacific Ocean, an immense and seemingly serene expanse. But behind its beauty lies an abyss full of secrets, mysteries, and dangers beyond our comprehension. From the most remote depths to its calmest shores, this ocean has claimed countless lives in ways that defy all logic. Today we won't be talking about simple accidents or well-explained natural phenomena. Today we will explore the inexplicable. Step by step we will uncover the most mysterious things that have taken lives in the Pacific. From the least terrifying to the deepest and most unsettling horrors. Get ready to face the unknown, because danger lurks where you least expect it. This is a journey into the unknown, a dive into the strangest stories and the deadliest creatures that have made the Pacific their home. And in the end, you will face the most terrifying of all, something many believe in, but few have ever seen. Welcome to the mystery of the thing that is killing people in the Pacific Ocean. Number 7. We begin this list with a predator that is as silent as it is deadly. It inhabits the warm waters of the Pacific Ocean, going unnoticed beneath the surface, but its attack can be swift and lethal. In the number 7 spot, we're talking about sea snakes, fascinating creatures that conceal a deadly danger beneath their timid appearance. Sea snakes are exclusive inhabitants of tropical and subtropical oceans, where they glide gracefully in search of prey, or simply patrol the depths. These creatures spend almost their entire lives in the water, an environment they have mastered with astonishing efficiency. Some species can't even survive on land, making them true dwellers of the underwater world. What makes sea snakes so dangerous? Their venom, which is among the most potent in the animal kingdom. A small amount is enough to cause paralysis, respiratory failure, and in the worst cases, death within minutes. Although they are not usually aggressive, if they feel threatened, they won't hesitate to strike. And if that doesn't sound terrifying enough, let's hear some real cases. During World War II, several sailors reported sea snake bites while conducting operations in waters infested with these creatures. More recently, a diver in the Great Barrier Reef was bitten while trying to photograph a sea snake. Though he survived thanks to rapid treatment, his life was hanging by a thread. Sea snakes can strike in various ways, from accidental bites when a swimmer unknowingly steps on one to entanglements in fishing nets that force them to defend themselves. Some species, like the beaked sea snake, are especially active at night, making them even harder to detect. Sea snakes serve as a reminder that in the ocean, even the smallest creatures can be deadly. They may not be the stars of sea monster stories, but for those who venture into their territory, they represent a silent and very real danger. If you thought sea snakes were dangerous because of their silent venom, get ready for something that strikes without warning. Our next threat has neither fangs nor venom, yet it is just as deadly. Number 6. In the number 6 spot on our list, we have a natural phenomenon as unpredictable as it is devastating, capable of dragging entire ships to their disappearance. In 6th place on our list, we find marine whirlpools, swirling currents that, under the right conditions, can transform into true aquatic monsters. These vortices are not only lethal for those navigating or diving near them, but they have also inspired legends of sea creatures and unexplained phenomena. Marine whirlpools, also known as maelstroms, are swirling currents that form a vortex, capable of reaching diameters of dozens of meters. While many are harmless, the largest ones generate such an intense centripetal force that they can sink small vessels, drag swimmers, and even alter surrounding currents, turning them into deadly zones for submarines. These whirlpools can claim lives in various ways, from the sinking of fishing boats caught in their pull, to divers being sucked to the bottom, lost forever in the depths. Even larger ships are not exempt from danger, as whirlpools can create unstable conditions that disorient and damage vessels. One of the most famous whirlpools in the world is the Naruto whirlpools, located in Japan. Though now a tourist attraction, there are reports of small boats being damaged or capsized when venturing too close. In the Pacific, fishermen from the Philippines and Indonesia have reported mysterious disappearances in areas known for their strong currents and whirlpools. In diving sites near volcanic islands, there are stories of divers being sucked into underwater whirlpools, vanishing without a trace. Some survived to tell the tale, but others never returned. Marine whirlpools are feared not only for their force, but also for the myths surrounding them. In ancient seafaring legends, they were said to be created by sea monsters like the kraken or giant sea serpents. Even writers like Jules Verne and Edgar Allan Poe told stories of whirlpools capable of swallowing entire ships in mere seconds. Although marine whirlpools can be scientifically explained, their unpredictability and devastating force make them a real threat in the Pacific Ocean. If you thought marine whirlpools were terrifying, wait until you see what's next. Our next entry is not a local or limited phenomenon. It can appear anywhere in the ocean without warning. Number 5. In fifth place on our list, we have an overwhelming force that rises from the depths and vanishes as quickly as it appeared. Killer waves, also known as rogue waves. These waves have no connection to storms or earthquakes, making them completely unpredictable. They can reach heights of over 20 meters, enough to split a large ship in half and drag everything in their path. Killer waves are one of the ocean's most mysterious phenomena. For a long time, they were considered a sailor's myth, until 1995, when a buoy off the coast of Norway recorded a 25.6-meter wave, known as the Draupner wave. Since then, science has recognized their existence and devastating potential. These waves can form due to various factors, such as the convergence of ocean currents, intense winds, or even sudden changes in atmospheric pressure. But the most terrifying aspect is their unpredictability. They can appear out of nowhere and vanish just as quickly, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Killer waves can strike in multiple ways. They sink massive cargo ships and cruise liners, sweep people from the deck into the ocean, destroy oil platforms, and damage navigation systems, leaving vessels vulnerable and at the mercy of the sea. A famous case is that of the MS München, a German cargo ship that disappeared in 1978. Investigations suggest it was taken down by a rogue wave. In the Pacific, there are numerous accounts of fishermen and small boats vanishing in seemingly calm waters, attributed to these monstrous waves. Killer waves are a devastating and unpredictable force. But what comes next defies all logic and understanding. A place where ships disappear without a trace, planes vanish into thin air, and the answers seem to be buried at the bottom of the ocean. Number 4. In fourth place on our list, we have the Dragon's Triangle, also known as the Devil's Sea, an area shrouded in mystery and danger. From ship and plane disappearances to reports of strange phenomena, this place is as fascinating as it is terrifying. But what makes it one of the most dangerous locations in the ocean? The Dragon's Triangle is located in one of the most geologically active regions in the world. Here, tectonic plates generate earthquakes and underwater volcanoes that unleash tsunamis and unpredictable currents. Additionally, there are reports of magnetic anomalies affecting navigation instruments, disorienting ships and aircraft passing through the area. Disappearances in this region are often linked to sudden storms, whirlpools, and underwater explosions releasing methane bubbles. These bubbles reduce water density, causing ships to sink in a matter of seconds. But the most terrifying aspect is that, in many cases, not even debris has been found. One of the most famous cases is the disappearance of an entire Japanese fishing fleet in the 1950s. The boats were never found, and the rescue team sent to search for them also vanished. During World War II, several aircraft and submarines patrolling the area disappeared without a trace, fueling the legend of the Dragon's Triangle. The Dragon's Triangle remains one of the Pacific Ocean's most baffling mysteries, a place where the natural and the unexplainable seem to coexist. But if you think this is terrifying, wait for number 3. In it, we will explore a threat that rises from the depths with a force that challenges both ships and the human imagination. Number 3. Get ready to meet the occupant of the number 3 spot, giant squid, the titans of the deep. These creatures, scientifically known as architeuthis, are a mix of reality and myth. Although we know they exist, their behavior and true size remain shrouded in mystery, making them a threat as real as they are fascinating. With lengths that can exceed 13 meters, these marine titans are true giants of the ocean. Their tentacles are lined with serrated suckers, designed to tear flesh and grip with immense strength. They also inhabit depths of over 700 meters, an environment few dare to explore. Encounters with giant squids have left behind unforgettable stories. In 1861, a French crew claimed their ship was attacked by a squid of epic proportions. More recently, a diver near Japan was ensnared by the tentacles of one of these monsters and only survived thanks to his equipment. But perhaps the most unsettling evidence lies in the scars found on the bodies of stranded sperm whales, proof of titanic battles in the deep. Though attacks on humans are rare, giant squids possess a strength that can be deadly. From divers caught in their tentacles to small boats overturned by their power, their ability to cause harm should not be underestimated. In 1978, the USS Stein reported damage to its sonar, attributed to a squid whose claws were larger than any previously recorded specimen. But giant squids are only the beginning. There are theories about even larger specimens, known as colossal squids, that could reach 14 meters or more. These titans have inspired legends like the Kraken, a monster capable of dragging entire ships into the depths with its tentacles. Could these stories be exaggerated accounts of real encounters? Giant squids are titans of the deep, but at least we know they exist. What comes next is far more terrifying, because we don't even know what it is. It's something that could surpass even these titans. Number 2. In the Pacific Ocean, there are places so vast and deep that they defy all human logic. Imagine being on a boat in complete darkness, with only the stars as your point of reference, when suddenly something enormous moves beneath the water. It's not a wave, it's not a whirlpool. It's something else. Something that brings us directly to number 2, unidentified creatures. With over 80% of the ocean still unexplored, it's not hard to imagine that the depths of the Pacific harbor predators we have yet to discover. These creatures, whether real or mythical, represent an unknown and potentially lethal danger. But what exactly are these unidentified creatures? UCIs, or unidentified creatures, are animals that have yet to be classified by science. They could be life forms adapted to the extreme pressure and absolute darkness of the ocean's depths. Some theories suggest they may include giant predators, or even descendants of prehistoric species. Unidentified creatures can attack in different ways, ranging from territorial ambushes to accidental encounters with boats and divers. There are testimonies of small ships sunk by giant shadows, and divers who have disappeared in areas known for strange sightings. Some of these creatures might even generate destructive phenomena, such as whirlpools or disturbances in the marine environment. In 2018, a group of fishermen in the Philippines reported seeing a massive shadow beneath their boat, followed by turbulence so strong it nearly capsized them. During World War II, a Japanese submarine vanished without a trace in the deep Pacific waters. Some reports suggest it may have been attacked by an unknown predator. Certain regions are particularly dangerous. The Mariana Trench, plunging over 10 kilometers deep, remains largely unexplored and could hide colossal predators. Other areas, like the Solomon Islands and the Dragon's Triangle, also have a history of unexplained sightings and disappearances. So far, we've explored a path filled with mysteries and dangers, from devastating whirlpools and killer waves to giant squids and unidentified creatures that defy all logic. But there is only one thing that is the most terrifying, the most imposing, something that merges science, myth, and an ancient fear. Number 1. We've reached the number 1 spot on our list, where the unknown takes on a form so gigantic that nowhere is safe. Get ready to meet the largest predator to have ever existed, the Megalodon. The Megalodon, the largest shark to have ever lived, reached up to 18 meters in length and had a bite so powerful it could split a W. Believed to have gone extinct over 3 million years ago, reports of disappearances, unexplained attacks, and massive bite marks on other creatures suggest that this prehistoric monster may not be entirely gone. If the Megalodon still existed, it would be almost invisible to us. Living in the abyssal depths of the Pacific Ocean, it would have access to a vast hunting ground, remaining undetected. Small boats disappearing, giant shadows seen underwater, and enormous bite marks could be evidence that this predator is still lurking. Along the coasts of the Philippines and Australia, fishermen have reported the disappearances of small boats. Witnesses claim to have seen a massive shadow beneath the water moments before the vessel sank. In 2019, a photograph of a great white shark with an enormous bite wound reignited fears. What could have attacked such a massive shark with such force? Another case occurred in the Solomon Islands, where workers on an oil platform reported seeing a gigantic shark lurking beneath the structure. According to their descriptions, the creature was far larger than any recorded great white shark. If the Megalodon is still alive, it may use the ocean's depths as its refuge, far beyond human reach. Could the Megalodon have survived? Some scientists believe that if it did, it would have found shelter in the abyssal depths, where pressure and darkness keep it hidden. Others suggest that the lack of sightings might be because it hunts in remote areas, where humans rarely venture. And then, there are those who think that bite marks and disappearances are enough evidence that something massive is still lurking. The Megalodon earns this spot because it represents the unknown, the ancient, and the deadly. It stands at the boundary between what we know and what remains undiscovered, and the mere possibility of such a colossal predator still hunting in the deep is enough to make any sailor think twice before venturing into the ocean. If you think the Megalodon is just a myth from the past, think again. There are shocking cases that suggest this prehistoric colossus may have attacked in real life. If you want to hear these stories and explore the evidence behind them, don't miss this video.